Pat, let's do our picks, man. What do you think?
Yeah, we got a crowd of people around here who thought this show was going to end 2 minutes ago.
Oh, no, here we go. All right, so last night, actually, unfortunately, I lost on that one. I'm starting 0-1. You are 1-0. Good for you. They won by 11 points. The spread was 10.5. What do these people know?
Everything.
They know everything, Pat. Hey, let's go. Ravens, Tennessee Titans. The Ravens are, 4-point favorites in Tennessee. What do you think?
In London.
Oh, my bad.
In London. Right. Yeah, it's at 9:30. This is the last one. Then there's a 2-week break. Then they're going to Germany. Let's remember that. I like the Ravens here, just like Lombo, strictly because of how I've heard the Ravens talk about how happy they are to be in London. When Lamar recognized that he was an international celebrity and was getting recognized on the streets of London, and he was like dumbfounded by it, that made me feel like, oh, they still have that joy, that humility. They still have that sense of enjoying every single opportunity that they have. Harbaugh says he feels like Ted Lasso coaching in London. I like where the Ravens are at, although I'm a big Vrabel guy. Give me them -4 in London town on terrible grass, if you listen to Von Miller.
Yes, exactly. So I've taken Tennessee multiple times in a row. I have not been victorious, and couple that with what Lombo said. Give me the Ravens here at -4. We move on to San Fran taking on the Chicago Bears. San Fran is 9.5-point favorite.
Cleveland Browns.
What did I say?
Bears.
That's the new
dog. I'm looking at this Bears. I'm looking at the Bears-Vikings one right now.
It does kind of look like the Bears.
It does look from a distance. It's all right.
We debuted that dog logo on our show.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even use it. That stupid elf is still in the field.
Oh, it is. What about the elf that was roaming around here?
Yeah, he's still alive.
that stupid one, yeah.
Yeah, Elfie. Right? That's his name?
Yep. Yeah, I think.
Elfie.
Niners, Browns. What do you think?
It's turds. Give me the Niners. Give me the Niners. The Browns have nothing positive going on for them right now, although I do enjoy potentially what the Browns could be, and I love the way their defense plays, and I appreciate what Lombo said about Shanahan struggling against old Cuzzy, the D coordinator over there. But the Niners are the Niners until they aren't the Niners, so give me them minus whatever.
Absolutely what Pat just said. Niners -9.5 for me. And we go on to Washington taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Artie Smith was just here. Washington is 2.5-point dogs in Atlanta.
We're sponsored by FedEx now. I don't know if that deal has been signed or not, but for good reason, because the head coach for that Falcons team. Give me the Falcons going on a run -2.5. And look out for Desmond Ridder going back to back with big-time football games.
You're right. I cannot go against our CEO of FedEx, Dick Smith. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons here -2.5 as we move on to the Carolina Panthers traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The Panthers are 13.5-point dogs. That seems like a lot.
Not enough, though. Give me the Dolphins -13.5. Yep. Feels like that team is only going to get better. I know Achane is out for the next 4 weeks. Somehow McDaniel will find somebody else to put in there. Look for Tyreek Hill to line up at running back, maybe, and them just being able to pop through if they have to. Give me the Dolphins -13.5, although that is an immense amount of points for a Week 6 game.
I mean, give me the Panthers at plus 13.5. It just seems like a lot of points, whatever. I hope they get maybe a garbage touchdown at the end to get within reach of the line there. And we move on. Minnesota Vikings taking on Zito's Chicago Bears. Oh, the Bears are only, 3-point dogs at home. What do you think, Pat?
Just for some reason, give me the Bears.
Let's go!
This feels weird even having that come out of my mouth. I feel very uncomfortable, actually, that I even said that.
Why?
Feels good.
But why?
No Jefferson.
Just because, no Jefferson, the Kirk Cousins trade stuff happening. It just feels like this year with the Vikings, the football gods are not blessing them. So for some reason, give me the Bears +3 at home.
All right. Well, for some reason, I'm going to take the Vikings at -3 on the road. So we'll see how that one plays out. I know Zito's upset with me, but here we go. Indianapolis Colts travel to Jacksonville. Oh, boy. They've had some tough ones down there, but the Colts are 4-point dogs in Jacksonville.
Yeah, we haven't been able to really perform well in Duval. I don't know if it's the hot tubs or it's Jack's Beach. I don't know what necessarily takes down the Colts in Jacksonville, but it has not been great. Gardner Minshew, revenge game, though. He's leading the Indianapolis Colts back into Jacksonville. Yep. Jacksonville off of back-to-back stints in London. Going to be a little tired. Give me the Colts +4, and I was going to pick them regardless, but this one actually feels good.
Yeah, with Gardner in there, honestly, and the Gardner traveling back to Jacksonville where he's had a lot of success, actually. I like the Colts here at +4, so give me the Colts as well. We've agreed on a lot. We've agreed on a lot of these games.
All of them but 2.
Okay, here we go.
That has not been good this year. Remember that. Us agreeing has not been good.
Yeah, we got a couple. We'll see. We got some toss-ups coming up. Here we go. The Saints traveling to Houston to take on the Texans, and the Saints are 1.5-point favorites on the road.
Lombo likes the Saints. He says he thinks that CJ is going to struggle against that Saints defense. I don't agree with it. I like Lombo's brain. Give me the Texans getting points at home. I just love the way that team plays the football. And yeah, I like him down there in Houston.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to stick with Lombo on this one. I'm taking the Saints -1.5 at Houston. So that should be a good little game, though. I'm curious to see. Hopefully, C.J. Stroud can continue his excellent quarterback play. Seattle coming to Cincinnati. It's a long flight, Pat. You're in Seattle right now. So the Seahawks are traveling to Cincinnati.
1 p.m. Eastern.
They're 1 p.m. Eastern. They're 2.5-point dogs against the Cincinnati Bengals. That seems kind of weird to me, doesn't it?
I don't know the Seattle Seahawks are much better than anybody ever talks about. And we don't talk about them because of how far Seattle is away from everything. And once I got up here, more people should take the trip. Okay.
Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
I think this is the weather every single day here. I think this is how Seattle is. I can understand why Pete Carroll's able to get the boys riled up and practice and everything like that. But I said just yesterday, look out, Joe Burrow's back. He's healthier than he's ever been. Give me the Bengals at home in a 10 a.m. local time game for the Seattle Seahawks in Cincinnati.
I'm going to have to stick with you on this one as well. Give me the Bengals at home. Joe Burrow, man, just bouncing around the field. Jamar Chase, absolute touchdown scoring machine. Yeah, Bengals for me. -2.5. We move on. New England Patriots, Con, man. Here we go. Oh, they're 3-point dogs. Are you upset that they're not favorites? The Patriots are 3-point dogs against the Las Vegas Raiders. What do you have here, Pat?
Con man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to hear.
You don't want me to say what I'm about to say, right? I shouldn't say what I should say.
If it's that the Patriots are going to win and turn the season around, then yeah, I don't want to hear what you're about to say.
All right, give me the Patriots +3 in Las Vegas.
Damn
it's
it!
Bill versus McDaniels. I just think that Bill Belichick in these types of games somehow figures it out. Now, Devontae Adams, Bill will figure out some way to hopefully neutralize him. He's coming back from his shoulder. What's that?
We're on our 5th and 6th and 7th corners.
He's imitating.
Who knows? What you
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders -3. Give me the Raiders -3.
Okay.
It's also Jacoby Myers' revenge game, and this is a real revenge game. Didn't get re-signed, gave Juju the same contract. Juju hasn't done anything.
Plus, he won the game for the Raiders last year, too.
Yes.
Yes, he threw it to Chandler Jones.
Well, with that being said,
Chandler Jones is not there.
He is not on the squad right now. But with that being said, I will still take the Las Vegas Raiders at -3 over the New England Patriots. Here we go. Detroit Lions. Evan Foxy's a little bit nervous this week, I hear, even though they are 3-point favorites traveling to Tampa Bay to take on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. We just talked to Bake. Guy looks good, feels good. I saw him throwing T-shirts to the crowd. Arm looks very, very live. What do you have here, Pat?
They're wearing the creamsicles?
I love it.
I do believe the cream schools are making an appearance. They've been talked about a lot on the internet, so I assume that's this week. They're fresh out of a bye, maybe a slow start. Give me the Lions -3. I'm sorry, not just the Lions. The brand new Lions.
Hell yeah.
-3, even though I appreciate the hell out of Baker Mayfield for what he did for us at the Texas State Fair.
Yeah, I do too. I want to pick the Tampa Bay Bucks here because I like what Bake's doing, what that team has going on. But, man, I just feel too good about the Lions. I'm taking the Detroit Lions at -3, and Aiden Hutchinson, his motor and his unbelievable moves, and everyone else in that defense, Dan Campbell. Man, I'm happy for Jared Goff, how he's playing. So give me the Lions -3. Now we move on. Arizona Cardinals taking on the L.A. Rams. Man, the Cardinals are 7-point dogs on the road against the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I got to see Matthew Stafford do his thing. And I know the Cardinals had an incredible start to the season where they were battling with everybody. And this feels like maybe the Cardinals will be able to keep this within a touchdown. But my gut is telling me that sports books want us to take the Cardinals. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to play their little game.
Love it.
Give me the Rams -7.
Okay. You know what? I am going to play their little game. I am going to take the Arizona Cardinals at +7 here on the road. I don't know. I have a feeling they could find some of that magic that they have had throughout this season every once in a while.
James Conner, is he playing? Something with James Conner,
I don't think
right?
so.
Yeah,
I think he's out.
James Conner is hurt. He is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big deal. He had a great start to the season for them. Now their defense is still great, but Matthew Stafford's seen it. I don't know. I just this one feels like the books want you to take the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp being back too, like fully back. You know, second game already has his legs on.
You guys all just trying to talk me out of picking the Cardinals? Is that what you're trying to do?
No,
strictly
pick the Cardinals.
I got the Cardinals. Yeah, I want the Cardinals still. I really do.
Okay. All right, sweet.
Okay, here we go. Eagles taking on the Jets. We heard Lane. He talked about that that Jets front on defense is very, very good at getting after the quarterback. The Eagles are 7-point favorites. What are you doing here?
Favored by a touchdown against a very good Jets defense. And the Eagles have kind of just, won with not a lot of glitz and glamour. This feels like a good week for Lane Johnson and the boys to kind of, say, hey, we're still the Eagles. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles -7. Although I appreciate what the Jets have done this football season.
I definitely believe in this Jets defense and their D line, but who I also believe in is this Eagles front seven and this Eagles all 11 on defense. I mean, they are scary to think of trying to block these guys. So give me the Eagles -7 on the road against the Jets. Last one that we have to pick here is Sunday Night Football.
Jeez.
New York Football Giants, 14.5-point dogs in Buffalo. Jeez, that's a lot of points there, Pat. What do you think?
No Dan Jones.
Oh,
so many
no Dan
points.
Jones.
That is so many points for a Sunday Night Football game. Get the NFC East off of my television.
Please.
You know what I mean? If it's not the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't want them on primetime. I'm sick of it. Now we got to watch Saquon. Who's quarterback, Bruce?
Tyrod Taylor.
T-Mobile.
Oh, okay. Tyrod can play.
Revenge game.
Yeah, and everybody's thinking that Tyrod Taylor can move as if Daniel Jones can't.
Well said.
Daniel Jones is a guy that can move very well as well. And I like Tyrod Taylor, and I appreciate Wink Martindale and Daboll, but for whatever reason, it just ain't working this year. And the Buffalo Bills are fresh off of embarrassing, devastating loss where a lot of conversation was had about what's going on behind the scenes. Von Miller is back another week. Give me the Buffalo Bills -14.5, just strictly because I think they have a lot to prove. I don't think they like the way the past week has gone and what people have said. And also, this is one where you're supposed to pick the Giants +14.5, and we beat them twice. And by we, I mean me outsmarting the books. I feel good about it, AJ Hawk.
You have been outsmarting the books, and you know what? I think I'm going to play right into their trap. I'm going to take the New York Football Giants just because I feel like +14.5 feels like a lot. I feel like Tyrod can figure something out. Hopefully that Giants defense can hold up a little bit, but you're right. The Bills have a lot to play for. They're pissed off coming off a loss. They're awesome. They have studs everywhere. Like you said, Von Miller's out there feeling pretty darn good about himself. But I'm gonna stick with the Giants there. So we have a good slate for us. There we go, Pat.